I know a lot of people are concerned about Donald Trump winning, and I know I didn't watch his winning election speech, so I wanted to go through it for all the other people that didn't watch his election speech. Maybe we can sort out a little bit of the misconceptions that people have. A lot of gay people think he's going to take away gay rights. I covered this yesterday on my podcast. A bunch of social justice warriors flipping out. A bunch of immigrants saying, oh, we're about to, get kicked out. No, you're not. He clearly only mentioned illegals. That one you can put to rest. He never fucking said that. He doesn't have a problem with immigrants. I'm no Donald Trump supporter. I didn't vote for him. But if this was Hillary Clinton right now, I'd be doing this video with Hillary Clinton's bullshit. So, this video is intended to hopefully assuage some of the concerns people have about our new president-elect. So, let's listen to what he says and see what he actually wants to do with this country. So, I'm watching this video, Donald Trump's acceptance speech after winning the 2016 presidential election. He's walking onto the stage right now with his family. I will say, Ivanka Trump, hottest first lady ever. Because we know Marilyn Monroe didn't count as anything because she was a fucking, his bottom bitch, JFK's bottom bitch. But I didn't think she was all that anyway, but everybody seemed to think she was the shit at the time. For some reason, I think we'll look back at Kim Kardashian and still see a hot bitch. But looking back at, Marilyn Monroe, I don't see a hot bitch. I see, what the fuck? That's the best they had back then? What the hell? Yes, Donald Trump's hair looks like one of those nests that grow in the trees from those little caterpillars and shit. I didn't know he had a son. His daughter's pretty fine, too. The vice president just gave a speech. I don't know the first thing about that dude. Pence, I guess. So, Donald Trump's about to speak. Let's see what he says.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton.
I'm so surprised that she called before all the votes were in.
Congratulated us. It's about us.
I figured that bitch would try to contest it and do a recount, all that shit.
Congratulated her and her family on a very, very hard-fought campaign. I mean, she fought.
After all that, you fucking lose? Imagine how she felt, man. What?
Hillary has worked very long and very hard over a long period of time. And we owe her a major debt of gratitude for her service to our country. I mean that very sincerely.
Yeah, well, show me what she did for me to be thankful for.
For America to bind the wounds
Then I'm with you, bud.
of division, have to get together. To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
I agree with that. Who doesn't agree with that? Very first statement he makes, he says he wants America to come together as one united people. Meanwhile, she was saying everyone who supported Trump was a deplorable. That's strong-ass words. Everyone who has a different opinion than me is a piece of shit, is what she's saying. Yeah, well, fuck her. We should be able to deal with other people's opinions without needing to necessarily write them off. I mean, if they want to murder and eat babies, yeah, write that motherfucker off. But if they have a different opinion on politics or something, how shallow are you that you have to write them off? There's a famous quote that I love. I don't know who said it, but it's basically, you can judge the intelligence of a person by if they can conceive of an idea that they don't hold. Do thoughts experiments with ideas that you don't believe in. And that's the mark of an intelligent person. The mark of an idiot is that when you disagree with somebody, the very first notion is to write them off, never speak to them again, make an us versus them situation. That's just not good. I don't think it takes much explanation to be able to see that for regular empathetic people.
It's time. I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans. And this is so important to me.
He said he wants to be president for all Americans. Once again, if you're an immigrant, he doesn't give a shit. He clearly is, when people attack him for that, and that is his most common attack, that he's racist, when he has never once, I have ever seen, and nobody has ever been able to show me, that he was talking about immigrants. And so, if our concerns aren't based on the preponderance of evidence, then we're overreacting, right? So, I wouldn't want people running away with my words like that. And I would hope that I wouldn't do that to other people's. But to call somebody a racist when you're not even listening to what they're saying, I mean, does it get any worse than that? That's just in the face of all evidence, just putting your fingers in your ears. No. How is that not doing that? And then calling them a racist, as if they're the fucking bigot, as if they're the one that won't listen to an idea. Yeah, that's right.
For those who have chosen not to support me in the past, of which there were a few people, I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country.
Damn. He's reaching out to the people that didn't support him and says he wants to stand together and he needs their help. Does that sound like somebody who wants to, meanwhile, Hillary said she was going to make a whole bunch of internet sites and things that she didn't agree with, try to shut that shit down. This is what she said. I mean, she said the shit about Alex Jones, in particular. I don't even like him. I don't get it. I don't get his thing, man. I mean, it just seems like a bunch of bullshit to me, mostly. I mean, he might be talking about the truth, but he sure does, grind it into the ground, man. But, you know what? No one should be stifled by somebody else. We have the freedom of speech. It's our very First Amendment. It means something to us. As very well it should.
As I've said from the beginning, ours was not a campaign, but rather an incredible and great movement made up of millions of hardworking men and women who love their country and want a better, brighter future for themselves and for their family.
Truth.
It's a movement comprised of Americans from all races, religions, backgrounds, and beliefs who want and expect our government to serve the people, and serve the people it will.
Thank you. Our government hasn't served the people in a very long time.
Working
Not in my
together,
lifetime.
we will begin the urgent task of rebuilding our nation and renewing the American dream.
Good.
I've spent my entire life in business looking at the untapped potential in projects and in people all over the world. That is now what I want to do for our country.
Good.
Tremendous potential. I've gotten to know our country so well. Tremendous potential. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Every single American will have the opportunity to realize his or her fullest potential. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
Good. Doesn't make any sense that we send our our people over to get
We are
destroyed,
going
and
to
then we don't
fix
take care of them when they get home.
our inner
Meanwhile,
cities.
Hillary wanted to let in a whole bunch of
Highways, bridges,
immigrants.
tunnels, airports, schools, hospitals. We're going to rebuild our infrastructure,
which we need badly.
which will become, by the way,
Our
second
roads,
to
bridges
none.
are fucked.
And we will put millions of our people to work as we rebuild it.
Nice.
We will also finally take care of our great veterans.
Good.
We've been so loyal, and I've gotten to know so many over this 18-month journey. The time I've spent with them during this campaign has been among my greatest honors. Our veterans are incredible people. We will embark upon a project of national growth and renewal. I will harness the creative talents of our people, and we will call upon the best and brightest to leverage their tremendous talent for the benefit of all. It's going to happen. We have a great economic plan. We will double our growth and have the strongest economy anywhere in the world. At the same time, we will get along with all other nations,
Good.
willing to get along with us.
Good.
We will be. We'll have great relationships. We expect to have great relationships. No dream is too big, no challenge is too great. Nothing we want for our future is beyond our reach. America will no longer settle for anything less than the best.
Good.
We must reclaim our country's destiny and dream big and bold and daring. We have to do that. We're going to dream of things for our country, and beautiful things and successful things once again. I want to tell the world community that while we will always put America's interests first, we will deal fairly with everyone,
Good.
all people and all other nations. We will seek common ground, not hostility, partnership, not conflict. And now, I'd like to take this moment to thank some of the people who really helped me with this, what they are calling tonight, very, very historic victory. First, I want to thank my parents, who I know are looking down on me right now.
The Trump parents.
Great people.
I don't know anything about him. I know his dad was rich as fuck.
I've learned so much from them. They were wonderful in every regard. I had truly great parents.
I bet you did if they're rich
I
as
also
fuck.
want to thank my sisters,
Hooked him up with some
Mary
millies.
and Elizabeth, who are here with us tonight. And where are they? They're here someplace. They're very shy, actually. And my brother Robert, my great friend. Where is Robert? Where is Robert?
Robert Trump?
My brother Robert. And they should all be on this stage, but that's okay.
God, I never even realized there were so many Trumps
and
running
also
around.
my late brother Fred, great guy, fantastic.
I just saw him like as this monolith.
Fantastic family. I was very lucky. Great.
I guess even
brothers
turds have
and
families.
sisters, great, unbelievable parents. To Melania and Don. And Ivanka.
You know, how can he hate immigrants? His wife is an immigrant. Russia's in Asia. Wake up.
And Baron. I love you and I thank you, and especially for putting up with all of those.
I want to not cut this and edit it. That way people can know that nothing is edited out of this.
This political stuff is nasty and it's tough.
But so far,
So I want to
nothing
thank my family very
bad.
much. Really.
All extremely
Thank you.
positives.
Thank
Very
you.
reassuring to the people that are flipping out
Unbelievable.
I don't understand.
Vanessa, thank you.
so far.
Thank you very much.
And he seems genuine. Her ass don't seem genuine
You've
as
given
shit.
me such incredible support, and I will tell you that we have a large group of people. You know, they kept saying we have a small staff. Not so small. Look at all the people that we have. Look at all of these people. And Kellyanne, and Chris, and Rudy, and Steve, and David. We have got tremendously talented people up here, and I want to tell you, it's been very, very special. I want to give a very special thanks to our former mayor, Rudy Giuliani. Unbelievable.
I believe he was mayor of New York.
Unbelievable. He
I don't know too much about him, but
he went through
I hear he's done some
meetings
good
and-
things.
See that, Rudy never changes. Where's Rudy? Where is he? Rudy. Governor Chris Christie, folks, was unbelievable.
Don't know shit about that dude.
Thank you, Chris. The first man, first senator, first major politician. Let me tell you, he is highly respected in Washington because he's as smart as you get. Senator Jeff Sessions. Where's Jeff? Great man. Another great man. Very tough competitor. He was not easy. He was not easy. Who was that? Is that the mayor that showed up? Is that Rudy? Oh, Rudy got up here. Another great man who has been really a friend to me. But I'll tell you, I got to know him as a competitor because he was one of the folks that was negotiating to go against those Democrats. Dr. Ben Carson. Where's Ben?
I know my mom loves that dude. He's a very brilliant brain surgeon, but
by the way, Mike Huckabee is here someplace.
he's a
and
really
he
strong
is-
Christian, and I heard he wants to put creationism in science class.
Mike and his family.
That's my only problem with him.
Thank you very much.
If he,
General Mike Flynn. Where is Mike? And General Kellogg. We have over 200 generals and admirals that have endorsed our campaign. And they're special people, and it's really an honor. We have 22 Congressional Medal of Honor recipients. We have just tremendous.
That's cool, but we don't know how many there are total, so we don't even know if that number means big or small.
That I wasn't getting along with him. I never had a bad second with him. He's an unbelievable star. He is, that's right, how did you possibly guess? So let me tell you about Reince. And I've said this.
Who?
I said Reince, and I know it. I know it. Look at all those people over there. I know it. Reince is a superstar. But I said, they can't call you a superstar, Reince, unless we win. Because you can't be called a superstar like Secretariat. If Secretariat came in second, Secretariat would not have that big, beautiful bronze bus at the track at Belmont. But I'll tell you, Reince is really a star. And he is the hardest working guy. And in a certain way, I did this. Reince, come up here. Where is Reince?
Jeez.
Get over here, Reince.
I thought there was going to be a little bit more speech and a little bit less thanks, but I guess you should take
About
a
time you did this, Reince.
few minutes to celebrate, you know, I mean, it makes sense.
Well, say a few words. Come on. Say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. Thank you. It's been an honor. God bless. Thank God.
Amazing guy. Our partnership with the RNC was so important to the success of what we've done.
What are they going to do? A lot of people hated him.
Some incredible people, the Secret Service people. They're tough, and they're smart, and they're sharp, and I don't want to mess around with them, I can tell you. And when I want to go and wave to a big group of people and they rip me down and put me back down in the seat. But they are fantastic people, so I want to thank the Secret Service.
They do their job. Except the chick that let the person run in the White House last year, 2 years ago.
They're here tonight.
First time in history that's ever happened. Just happened to be a female guard on duty.
People, sometimes underappreciated, unfortunately, but we appreciate them. We know what they go through.
She's probably on her fucking phone,
So-
tweeting away, double thumbing that shit, or on Facebook.
Event. But to be really historic, we have to do a great job. And I promise you that I will not let you down. We will do a great job. We will do a great job. I look very much forward to being your president. And hopefully at the end of 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or maybe even 8 years.
Don't get ahead of yourself there, buddy.
You will say, so many of you worked so hard for us, but you will say that that was something that you really were very proud to do, and I can thank you very much. And I can only say that while the campaign is over, our work on this movement is now really just beginning.
Yep.
We're going to get to work immediately for the American people.
Good.
And we're going to be doing a job that hopefully you will be so proud of your president. You'll be so proud. Again, it's my honor. It was an amazing evening. It's been an amazing 2-year period. And I love this country. Thank you.
Well, that's
Thank
good,
you
but
very much.
anyone who cares should love this bitch.
Thank you to Mike Pence. Thank you, everybody.
And there you go. Nothing controversial at all. You know, I will say that him being a big business leader might be a good thing. I mean, when Barack Obama was elected, he looked young as fuck. A few years later, he looks gray as shit. Well, I didn't expect so much stress in the seat of the president. Thought it was going to be an easier job. But Donald Trump already looks fucked up. Where's he going to do? He already looks like he chose the wrong grail in fucking Indiana Jones and shit. You chose wrongly. So he really can't get much worse. But he would also know how to make demands. And he knows he could, as a big businessman, he should know how to set a realistic goal and how to push people to achieve that goal and being a leader. You know, and I'm not ridiculously excited about Donald Trump being our president, but I will say that those things seem better than her things, which are that she's a great politician in terms of how they normally are, but that's shady as fuck. She's great at getting money from everyone around the world, from enemy governments, and, you know, that's ridiculous. So I think people saw through her line of bullshit on this one. I mean, I think the world, or at least America, really fucking spoke here. But nothing controversial. I saw another speech where he said he's not gonna you know, take away any sort of gay rights or anything. People who are worried about that, I don't understand. It seemed like it was one of the first things. I thought it was going to be in this speech. This is Donald Trump's acceptance speech, but it wasn't in here. But I tried to give it to you unedited. That way you know I wasn't jumping through and skipping out any bullshit that he said that could be construed in any weird way. I wanted to make sure that that wasn't the case, which is the only reason that I didn't cut it while he was speaking. But now we've both seen it, and we're both more well-informed, and knowledge is power. So until next time, Socrates. Peace!